Welcome back to Project 45. We've not just swapped the avocado for the MX2000, we've got a box of bits. There we go. So I asked the question to the Track and MX5 public, how are we going to get the avocado down to a 145 at Cadwell Park? We've done a 147, we need to find just shy of 2 seconds, which is some ask, and we're already using the cheatiest of cheaty tyres. So we've got to be creative. We put it out to the MX5 owners, the Track Time Facebook group, and put it on YouTube as well. We've got lots of great ideas. Surprised me actually just how few people suggested turbo or supercharger, which is kind of cool, because it means people are thinking along the same lines as us. We did get the suggestion of nitrous, which would have been incredible. But also we sort of think that would make it a little bit too easy. If we got it working properly, that would probably blitz the 145. So we're going down a different route. We've got a box of bits, we've got some other bits just out of sight of the camera, and I'll show you how we're hopefully going to go chasing that time. Right, so some of these bits are new, some of these bits we've accumulated over the years from the parts bin. We've had them lying around, we're going to put them to use now, but I'll try and assign a value to the bits of importance, just so we can keep a rough running total of how much we've spent. Okay, so the first bit, lightweight baby, lightweight battery, so we'll save a few kilos with this alone, but of course we're going to go for more than that. We're going to be fairly brutal with it, I think. We've kept it fairly civil in the past. It's a complete lemon, it's a complete dog, but we've left carpets in, we've left dashboard in, things like that, just to make it nicer to drive to the track. But I think that's all going out the window now. We're trying to get to 145, and so we're just going to go hell for leather with the weight loss. So here's one bit, but there's going to be lots more. Righty, the next bits, they probably won't come as any surprise. Got a Mega Squirt ECU, the enhanced MS2. It's a plug and play, hopefully, for our car. So pop it in. We're hoping that we can find a base map from someone for a UK spec Mark II. I think it's about a 99 reg. So hopefully, if anyone's got a base map we could have, please let us know, sling it across to us so we've got somewhere to start. So we've got the Mega Squirt ECU, we've used these before, we love them, they tend to be plug and play, and they've got plenty of scope for future mods. So these are our favourite ECUs at the moment, and we'll be using one on the avocado. So we've got the Mega Squirt. So of course, we've also got a wideband. This one's Innovate. I've used this one on the 1.6 ITB car in the past, so worked fine for me there. Picked up this one at a sensible price second hand, so that'll help us to hopefully either tune it ourselves using auto tune and the other tools that come with Mega Squirt, or we'll help whoever we pay to tune it for us. Right, the next bits, not very exciting, are they? Some 10 kilo springs. The coilovers have currently got, it's either 7 front, 6 rear, or 7 front, 5 rear. I'm not sure, it depends on the exact model of my Star. But using the full slicks that we've got, they're probably way too soft. So we've got these 10 kilo springs which we'll put on the front. We may move the front springs to the rear, but this will hopefully help us to better match the grip of the tyres. Right, the next bits. Canards. We're probably not just going to use canards, these are just the only things that fit in the box. Got some sexy, I think they might even be dye-bond, they're well posh little canards. Let's see what we've really got though. That's more like it. One of those bad boys. We use one on the MX2000. This one's actually a prototype for an old car which we're just going to repurpose, but hopefully it'll do the trick for the avocado. It's not terribly flashy, but everybody uses ply. so we know it works well. There's only one reason why it's still used in motorsport, why all the people in the know use it, and it's because the best material for the job. So if it's good enough for some of them cars, it's definitely good enough for the Avocado. So with all this downforce at the front from these bad boys and the sexy splitter, we've got to balance it at the rear. Just look at this beauty. Work of art, this. It's a genuine Sea West spoiler, picked up for a very, very sensible price from eBay, of course, our favourite place, and that will do the rear aero for us. We've tested the Voltex wing on the MX-2000. Sea West is probably about as comparable to Voltex as you can possibly get. They're genuine performance wings. They're very, very expensive new. And we just happened to pick one up from eBay for very sensible money. So we've got a wing at the back, and at the front we've got our splitter and the canards as well. We'll probably make an air dam somehow. We'll probably just use an old lip or something to put the gap between the bumper and the splitter. So we've got something of an aero package. Will love that, a light aero package. And the last bit, one of these things. We did already have a slippy diff. It's a 4.1 Torsen Type 2, I believe, the one that's currently in the car. This one's been played with. This has got the crown wheel and pinion from it's a Kia Sportage, from the front differential of a Kia Sportage of a certain vintage, and it's a 4.6 to 1. So shorter gearing, and make the best use of what little power we've got. We bought this one a number of years ago, actually, when we first got the Avocado. We paid £350 for it, and we popped it on the car. Will went off to the Nürburgring, and it started whining like an absolute bugger. So we're hoping that it just needs resetting up, and that it's not knackered. We've had a bit of a look at it. We don't think it's knackered. We can't see any signs of damage. The bearings actually seem to move quite freely. So we're hopeful that it just needs setting up again. But this is something we've had lying around for a little while. We know that the current diff will sell for certainly north of £200, probably more like £250. So be a fairly sensible £100 upgrade that, and really make the use of what little power we've got. So what have we spent? We've spoken about the diff. That will probably cost about £100 by the time all's said and done. The wing cost us £200. The splitter, whatever that cost in plywood at the time, we've had that for ages. The springs, they were about £50. Again, that came out the part bin, but they cost £50 when I first bought them. Canards, God only knows how much they cost. Don't care. The battery and tray, I can't remember how much they cost. It wasn't much money, and they've been lying around for ages. The Mega Squirt, I think that was £300. Bit of a bargain second hand, that one. So you probably look to pay a little bit more for an enhanced, but just shows what you can get if you're happy to be a bit patient and look around. And the Innovate wideband, that was about £100. So all said and done, it's probably cost £750, £800, something like that. I haven't been out and spent all of that money just now recently. A lot of the bits have been hanging around for a little while, but we've taken some of the ideas that we got from yourselves and put the bits to use, or found them fairly sensibly priced second hand. The really important thing for anything spent on this project is the ability to recoup the money. So we didn't want to go out and waste money on stuff that we couldn't then resell. All of these bits we know we can pop on the Nuts forum, we can pop on a Facebook selling group and get our money back. So it's very much a budget project, so we didn't want to be throwing money away. So in terms of what's next, I don't know where we'll start. Knowing us, we'll probably start with bolting the silly wing on, doing the splitter and stuff like that. So we'll see which way we go with it. But what we should really do is get the car working properly first. We've got a few maintenance jobs to do. It would be nice to get back some of the lost standard power. So I think we're going to have another look at a few items on the car, see if we can recoup some of the lost power. Get the Mega Squirt on, get that tuned up. and then we should do all of the other stuff. But knowing us, we'll start with the silly stuff and then do the boring stuff at the end. So 2 seconds to find. Spent about £750. Let's see how we get on. I almost forgot. Some ruddy guttering as well. Looks like side skirts to me.